Magic.
Wait, hold on. Start over.
We're not starting the whole damn thing over.
Well, depending on what I come across. Specializations are where the strong stuff is.
Yeah, specialized classes. Well, if you were fucking unhinged, I know a Vifimancer chick.
You know, just because I look like a vampire does not mean I am.
Yeah, you're kind of were the forerunners of, hey guys, you want to see a dead body?
God, I know!
You want to see a
I
dead
get
body?
You know what'd be even cooler?
Sneezes
I
and
want to
drops
eat
one.
it. Wait, what?
I'm allergic to dead.
Arm.
That's why I'm a healer.
Bye out there. Stop sneezing on all of the things you're foraging.
It's healthy bacteria that's been half digested by white blood cells. It's good for them.
God. Oh, is it? I get it. Again, I know that the fucking the monster. That's just gross. I'm still getting used to having legs, for fuck's sake. I'm not diving headfirst into that whole mess of whatever they do.
Full disclosure, I've had shameful erections seeing them do their dances.
Well, that makes two of us. That doesn't mean that.
Wait, okay, does that make two of you because you have to? You know what, never mind, it's not important. Adult stuff. We'll just find you. I know some people. We'll talk. We'll find some people. Let's just go adult. Let's go put your application in.
Okay, fine. Might be able to power level the newbies once all this stuff gets figured out.
Yeah, I mean, we still come off as question marks to them
Ooh,
sometimes.
we can do question marks and have them like hang out in the background. And when we kill them, we can have them like throw a rock or something so they get in on it.
He just
Or am I
pats
thinking
your
about
head
this?
as he keeps walking. Ah, yes, it's all the way upstairs again to the head admin. And then Noro goes to knock on the door and then stops and kind of backs up. Do not.
Why?
Just trust me on this.
I want to because we're friends, but why?
Because your body's slightly more angular and it's at your advantage.
You do know I deal with projectiles and such, right? That's not a good thing. You know what? Fuck it. He kind of stands off to the side of the door and kind of swings it open with his tail.
Ah, good choice. You swing the door open with your tail, and almost immediately some sort of pendulous ice head comes from the little top of the doorway and stops right at about nose level.
So, remember how I said we're friends?
Celia, I thought we were over this.
You put it in her butt, didn't you?
It was an accident. Get in there.
That's what I thought. He kind of steps past the hammer.
How did you accidentally anal someone? Oh, you know, somebody puts ice on the floor. Welcome to the Winter Wonderland, where your cock slips left and right. You know what? Never mind. This is something that we shouldn't argue about.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
So, does it take 256,000 ones to reach triple S rank?
Yes. Basically, that's just how many it takes in general to get to that one. It's not. It doesn't reset to 0 each rank.
Yeah, I know.
Sense?
It's like grand total.
Yeah.
So, I am looking at your thing here. So it looks like it takes 1,000 to reach F rank then?
From well, you start at F, but that's just so you have a starting point to graduate from F to E. I guess we could start null, then make you go 1,000 to get to F, then E, and so on. We'll start null. How about that? Make it fair?
Let's not start
Okay.
from nulls. They're scary.
Shut up.
No.
Not null, null.
I was about to say, like the grassy knoll?
Well, if we're talking nulls here, you can also call them spear chuckers, but that's a good way to get spear chucked.
No, I'm not talking about the animal. I'm talking about the plains. Who knows what's hiding in that grass? Probably some kind of Pokemon.
Pikachu.
Just fucking Machamp hiding behind a fucking dandelion. Wait a minute!
Oh, chop.
Just Machop you in the kneecap.
When you fucking pick a flower and then God appears.
Just, why? It's buzzing!
No, you step on a blade of grass. And then
Alright,
okay,
Can I
Jesus comes
continue
out.
on. So,
Continuing on.
you've got Noro and Kevin being stared at angrily by an elven woman, and Noro's trying to figure out how to disassemble, and he's very vocal about. Like, how the fuck do you make an entirely complex swinging pendulum mechanism out of ice? This is
Engine.
this is why I use transformation magic, because at least there's some feasible existence to me. It's not like, yeah, fuck you, magic.
Exactly! You can't deny the utility of being able to make complex things with a whoosh of your wrist. Sorry, you think I'd have S's down by now.
Yeah, no, even though you have lips.
I know, right? Blah.
Stop
Blah.
Stop making brr trills. Just stop. Right. Disclosure time. Talk to the lady.
Um, shoot. Uh, I'm pretty sure you know I'm not the magic type. That being said, I wouldn't mind learning.
Okay.
And I was kind of looking towards more of a less of what is it? More physical kind of stuff, kind of like what you do with your impressive ice stuffs and such. I'm sorry, I got put on the spot because I was thinking out loud earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
He's using you to distract me from my anger. Shh.
As long as you don't take it out on me.
Don't fill his head with lies. No, I'm not.
So, like, I do know like one magic thing, but I'm sure I'd get yelled at if I did it right now. That's even if
What's the
that
magic
still
thing?
works. Um, is wild magic a thing here, or am I talking nonsense?
It's a thing, but you'd have to know the methods of Highlanders because they're the ones who are currently the forefront of using wild magics as a weapon.
So as
Essentially, that's who we learned it from, isn't it?
yeah, no, that kind of sounds right. You should have met those guys. Good lord. Um, I can make it into a ball and I can throw it at things.
Random chance is not permitted in my office.
Exactly. That's why I asked. So that being said, I would like to learn how to not random chance myself in or out of a situation.
Probationary period will last 6 days.
Wait, probationary period for what?
Probationary period limiting you to the city's limits, keeping you within the confines of the walls, where we can easily monitor you with other adventurers who are actively working small reconnaissance in town. You have 6 more days while we investigate your claims of a misranked, possibly intentionally misranked quest.
Mm. Okay, so no magic until then, because no magic in the city walls unless it's like helpful stuff.
No, there's the courtyard behind this. The back of the guild. The back of the guild stretches, I believe, an exact amount of 375,000 square feet.
I think I would have noticed that. So
Not a lot of people go back there. You can train back there with magic. I take walks there every single morning between the 8th hour and the 9th hour.
okay, so I won't throw things then.
No, you can come there and you can ask me. I might be inclined to tell you about the proper animals of magic at the time.
I will. I'll have to take you up on that then.
Don't
By the
disturb
way,
me
I
when
have
I'm drinking tea.
created an equation that you can use now.
Huzzah! I will use it then. Momento.
Feel not about to the comment of tea. Understood.
Is there anything else?
Um, no, I don't think so. Naro, did you want to apologize some more, or should I leave?
Here to be left. I think I'm going to.
Oh, I'm gonna see if there's anything on the board to take care of then.
Hi. Sorry
How?
about.
Oh,
You've both successfully escaped getting murdered by ice.
yay!
Yay.
Kevin was going to make a comment, but I decided against it. He's gonna say,
What
"Hey, at least
comment?
it wasn't me. I have two."
That's a very dangerous comment to make. And then Noro just puts a hand on your shoulder as you leave. Once you're just walking away, just would you like to explain to me how you know about the anal?
I just guessed. I mean,
Have you
that
been
and she.
peeping?
I'm not sneaky. What part of? Well, to be fair, I'm not sneaky enough for that.
And what do you mean she just what? What, does she just look like a these are dangerous words of which you speak.
Well, I mean, we're out of earshot, right?
We can only pray.
Well, that kind of trap that she put on the door seems like something you would do if you were butthurt about something.
It's an accident.
He would kind of grin a little bit at his play on words. Just, hey, you know what? That's what they all say. I understand. I'm not the one. I'm not the one you have to explain that to.
You have any idea how slippery a Wilgix penis is?
See, now I'm getting more information than I care to have gotten. So,
Are you familiar with the term ribbed for their pleasure?
I mean, I am reptilian.
Pathetic.
What?
I'm going to scoff in superior amount of ribbed and pattern and
Well, hey, that's good for you. I don't have to compensate.
I don't have to compensate, I just like to experiment. Come to think of it, I think that's why
Boring
it's so
human
big.
dung.
Actually, nah, I'll keep that secret till the day.
Hmm. Oh, you want to go play? You want to? I'm gonna go look at the board. My brain just fell out. Sorry.
Dead space.
I'm kind
Yay!
of
Silence on the wires.
I was being asked if I wanted to raid the town, but since I'm doing this, they know I can't. I was just making sure that they could do it.
Haven't they clued into your schedule yet?
No.
Their brain's a little bit jumbled because they started a new job and its schedule has gone from nights to days.
That'll do it.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
I
They
was
were
never on
nights at their
third.
old job, they're days at this job.
That sucks. I did that.
No,
I don't like that.
they prefer days over nights. That way they have time to recover for tomorrow. They go in at like 10, 9 or 10 every day. Usually, except for like Sunday, they'll be there until they'll have a 10-hour shift, which they're gonna hate. But all managerial staff have to have at least one 10-hour shift a week.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, even if you like the day shift, which honestly is a little bit nicer, I hated making that transition from second shift to essentially normal shift. God, it was miserable.
I think their they went from being night crew at another job to second shift at this job. Anyways, for me. Oh, Evan, you forgot to put in your application.
Oh, he would spin kind of back around and thump on the door a few times.
He knocking on the door.
Yes,
Oh, phew, good. Hold on.
she
Takes a
put nice
whole
on her booty, didn't she?
takes a whole 3 minutes for them to open the door. Yes.
I forgot. I wanted to hand this to you. I was thinking about going up a rank.
Okie dokie.
And he'll hand over his request form.
You're in luck since I think we'll pair you with Yandra for your advisory training.
Oh, that reminds me. He'll kind of tug Noro back over. He was thinking about
Ah,
it too. Isn't that right, buddy?
yo. They're staring at.
Kind of look back over to her. Yes, but I believe this is official capacity, so you should be okay. He'll look over, trying to confirm this.
Who's my instructor? You can see this evil grin on their face. Doll. No, 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 no. And then they shut the door.
Oh, oh no.
Not doll. Anyone but doll. Damn you, Kevin.
That's not my fault. You chose a Wilgax.
It's popular.
There's
Alright?
there's a lot that needs to be unpacked with the fact that is a popular option.
Adventurers go to dungeons. It's a common high-level monster. It has a humanoid form and some low level of sapience. People get curious, Kevin.
That's some S&M level bullshit.
No, you know what? I'm not even gonna talk about never mind. I'm not even gonna talk about all the shit I learned. It's just nature. I keep my nature transformations hidden for a reason.
Squinty snake noises intensify.
Let's go do our damn jobs.
Yes.
Shadow,
This is
I
a good idea.
edited your sheet.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I moved it so it's kind of on the same screen, but you can see it's right below the armor and weapon chart. So all you need to do is put in your uh, points as you level things up, and it'll automatically track your rank.
Okay.
Okay. You two's done that. The children have done theirs. We'll do a small skip. Right. Shit. Okay, we're gonna explain the dark. Dark. We have the talents. We have leveled them out basically. What these are is
It
not like job. Okay, so to avoid conflicts, we didn't call them skills. Talents is what it is. Basically, a talent is any sort of task that you do that can be considered a talent. smithing, carpentry, masonry, sewing, fishing, cooking, etc. You get the picture.
So these are your general laborer skills
Your
instead
general
of your
day-to-day
combat
laborer skills.
skills.
Yeah, these are just the things that make you like that you get better at over time throughout your life, and it doesn't stop it just like that. I mean, it includes things like if you want to be the best pussy eater in the world, you can make cunnilingus a talent in the list. Just blank it up. You can do it.
Okay,
I'm not gonna stop
so
you.
you also get to make up talents?
If it's an actual talent that can be applicable to something you can actually do, and not like I'm a fart snapper. What's that? I inhale through my nose while snapping my fingers and shitting. That's not a thing. That's not a talent. That is three acts that should never be conjoined in one scenario.
On purpose.
Yeah, but if it's like I give an amazing hand job, that can actually be a talent.
Okay. I like how
Handiwork.
most of your examples are sexual.
Because most of your brains run off sex.
That's rude. How
So
dare.
I'm making it recognizable. Alright, fine. Say you want to be the best fucking shoe polisher in the world. Carcinogens be damned. Go right ahead.
Okay,
Makes sense.
got it.
See, that description actually made sense to me. Thank you very much for
Shut up, you
catering.
fucking slut. And that's what that screenshot is. That's just how I did it down there. And you have to do something 256,000 times. And I don't mean like do that. You don't have to like say you sit down and say, I want to do this. Say you're going to smith. All right, it's not 256,000 sessions of smithing. Say you smith one successful item. That's you doing it once and you smith something else. Skyrim style. It by bitty by bitty by bitty by bitty.
Right, yeah.
I smashed my thumb in the anvil. Congratulations, you now have pain.
You've now acquired pain and a slight tolerance for it.
Did you guys hear that Markiplier finally found the blacksmith inside himself?
He did.
Have you not
Oh yeah,
watched
because
the
of
video
Blacksmith Simulator. Yeah.
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 Turns out I'm the blacksmith.
God.
Where's all black?
That's a fucking joke that's been taking years to come to fruition.
Turns out the blacksmith was inside me. Fucking I remember the old days. Where's the blacksmith?
And here I am, just
Blacksmith.
casually dying on the inside because I realized to make any foreign Neanderthalic language really easily, all you have to do is start naming random fruits and vegetables, but for every syllable you pause. Cabbage! Cucumber! Patat? No! Tomato!
Yeah, pretty much. When you realize that your ancestors were just really fucking retarded. Okay. You got 6 bronze, by the way. Naibai has 6
Oh,
bronze.
okay.
That's what she got. They paid her that for foraging.
What did we
They also
forage?
let her. Well, you mostly forage. It's basically what citron would be. It's a. Sorry, I sent a picture to a group and somebody replied because I'll just send it to the random stuff later. By the way. Gosh. Hey, that artist replied just now with an NPC.
Neat.
Our artist?
Well, someone that's doing an NPC of great value for me.
Oh, the floof.
The what now?
The floof cat. She has come to sleep in my room.
Yeah.
She's adorable.
Okay. All right, but yeah, you forage mostly fruits and medical berries. You forage a little bit of poppy leaf, and you are allowed to keep one little bundle of it.
Did you say puppy leaf?
Poppy leaf.
Poppy.
Poppy leaf. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what you got. Mind you, that poppy leaf has a value at a store of like 2 silver on its own. Expensive. But it can be, the leaves can be brewed into a very powerful, well, not the strongest, but a very powerful natural painkiller. Eh,
Eh.
There's a
Eh.
there's a lot of money in potential there.
So,
yeah.
so you just gave me a bundle of morphine?
Basically, but don't think you can
Basically.
just get away with it. I mean, there is a guard. There's a city guard. They're cops, basically. Well, they are.
Well, I mean, poppy seeds are used in muffins all the time.
They are fucking delicious.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. Like those little Belvita bars, that's like lemon and poppy seeds.
Yeah.
Poppy seed muffins are fucking great. Also, don't
Yeah.
eat them before doing a drug test. You will pop
Nope.
positive for fucking heroin.
Heroin.
Heroin? Yeah, it's heroin.
All right, moving on. I mean, I guess it could be a talent, but foraging. And you see how it works there.
Yeah, forge. Where did I stick my talent? Did I stick them all down here?
Probably.
I don't know if there's a sheet spot for that yet on your sheet.
I just have the little spot that I made there.
Did
Ivy,
I
what's the
stick it?
equation,
I
by the way?
did.
Um. Well, let's see here. I'll just tab over to my thing here. And go copy. I have mine up in a different spot, so you'll need to change the equation to fit yours. Replace the O21 with whatever happens to be the cell that you put the value of however many points you have into your equation, you know.
Oh, well, since I got the uh, office document open and the table document open at the same time, I'll just have the talents on the office document so I can update it when I need to without doing any math. And I think Naibai is just going to sell those poppy leaves when they get back. Because, like, it's a good thing to have, but I don't think we're going to get into a situation where she's going to need to sedate someone and perform surgery on them. She's not that kind of nurse.
That's passive sedation. You need active sedation.
Morphine is very active.
Exactly. You can use it mid-combat.
Imagine just jacking some enemy full of morphine in mid-fight.
Shit.
And you're like, damn, you
You,
know.
you jump on their back and jack him with a needle. Sleep now.
You don't understand.
Breathing.
It doesn't matter what's in the needle. A full vial of a needle getting injected directly into your veins is probably not a good thing.
No.
Exactly.
That much water or just fucking air will kill you.
I'm just saying for aggressive morphine use. I mean, you could go with a glass syringe and fucking just jack them with air, but morphine would be funny because they'd kind of get the slack jaw on the side of their face, and then.
If I really wanted to be an asshole, I could put coconut water in there. What did you inject me
Ugh.
with? Nothing. No, what did you inject me with? Nothing. It's
So it doesn't do anything. It's just.
it's a substitute for blood plasma.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no
That's fucking
idea.
Yeah, you could have vegan vampires.
God. Damn it, that annoys me to no end. They're probably sparkly too. That's horseshit.
Yeah,
I can
in an
Stop taking
emergency,
down notes.
Mythological creature too.
in an emergency, if you don't have the right blood type or it's not like massive hemorrhaging, you can do a transfusion with coconut oil or coconut water or whatever.
Yeah, just
I imagine those are
coconut
very
oil.
different things.
Yeah, very different things. Don't use coconut oil. Use that as lube.
Well, I mean, it is low temperature. I guess it just depends on how active you are.
You use coconut oil to lubricate the joints, and then you use coconut water to replace the blood, and then you use the coconut flesh for any fatty tissues, and there you go. You have half a person.
It's half a person, all coconut.
There's two different types of nut.
I'm sure you can make up the difference with
Alright, so I
bananas.
got a question, Ivy. Do I put all of this in the singular, like a singular cell for it to calculate over?
That is,
Or
yes, that goes into
or
one cell, and you replace all of those O21s with whatever cell it is that you have the value of points that you've accumulated for that particular scale, and it will automatically uh, put your specific rank um, in the cell that you put the equation in.
Oh, DM. What stage of development
yeah.
are the silkworms at?
They are just now to their juvenile stage. Sorry, I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay, is that I do put it in just like that though, right? And I don't, flip it and make it, that's kind of starting at the highest and going to the lowest. It doesn't.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah, there's a lot of typing to do, but I'm okay with it. Math.
DM likes to do math, can confirm.
Yeah, basically the only thing you change is you substitute whatever cell it is that you have your accumulated points in for that O21. Or if you happen to put that in O21, you wouldn't have to change the thing.
Welcome to Conjured
I
Outcast,
did
where
not.
we make filling out tables fun.
With enough sexual content, anything can be fun.
Didn't someone convert Doom into an Excel spreadsheet?
You can actually play it too.
You cannot.
Can.
Oh my god.
Don't forget, Doom is like maybe 100 kilobytes.
It fits on a floppy disk.
Yeah, like you can put it on a sector of a floppy disk.
It's
Moving on.
it's not quite small enough to run in the boot sequence, but there are games that will.
Yep.
My brain.
There are games built with nibbles of data, which is half of a byte.
Yes, Bones, I'm still in here.
Bones.
My dog.
His dog.
He's vestige.
Is
I decided to finally grab a towel to keep in my room because the very first thing my cat does when she comes inside, she comes straight to me to get dried off.
Mom, I'm cold.
I'm cold, warm me up. So I grabbed a towel because the last time she came in, it had been raining outside, so she was soaking wet.
Of course.
Just warm me up. Now she is currently in her little kitty igloo on my bed.
all right. Go eat dinner, children.
Din Din.
What's for
Yes.
So
dinner?
Beatrice, once she has finished her task and returned, do the Din Din thing.
Today it's one of their foreign dishes. It's some sort of something. You're not sure. Veggies of some kind. Rice. Bits of
Yum, yum, yum.
possibly meat. Sorry.
He's not sure what it is, but she'll eat it. Because being part bunny and part fox, she'll eat pretty much anything.
How much did Fiona get?
For
Oh,
his
shoes.
quest.
76 iron.
76 iron?
Yes.
I actually don't remember hearing that.
Don't either. That's why I asked.
Well, then you didn't fucking listen.
How dare.
Your fault for not listening to words. 9.
So,
A total
Code
of
writing.
100 iron now.
Using if-then statements. I'm Yonbury dev, bitch.
Using if then to describe everything. Hex mages, you mean there's other statements?
Right?
It's like that's the only one you get. Can I have an XOR statement? No! Why not?
No!
Because you're bad enough with if then.
yeah, it's like if then else.
Ah!
You get that fucking else out of here. If motion, then disintegrate. Is that not enough power for you?
No.
So if motion, then disintegrate. Else move.
In teeth.
Yeah, that's another reason it's only if thens, because you can make situations like that where it'll just fucking glitch everything. It's moving, so it's supposed to disintegrate, but there's an else here that says it doesn't.
When you give magic a headache.
The problem with hex magic is it's all code. So if you do something that fucks it up, it's going to freak out at you, and you'll probably die as a result, and take out everything on that side of the planet.
Hmm.
It's still technically a thing in here, but it's much harder to acquire.
I can imagine. It's just
Harder.
it's just a lot more prevalent in base game because you kind of need that power level when you don't have levels to help you bigger threats.
Yep.
Just cast a hex on a rock. If impact target over certain level, equal death.
You can certainly attempt
Equals
that. I will
spontaneous
allow.
explosion.
Certainly attempt to write code that way.
I will allow it, but I'm gonna goddamn laugh at what happens.
Right?
It doesn't work. It just
Oh
fizzles.
no, it works. Not how you expect.
Concern.
Moving on.
I'll move on. You're on.
Shut up.
On the move.
Wait a minute.
So, did it work out for you?
I don't know. I'm still typing. I'm manually typing this code for bit for bit because if you don't type code bit for bit, it's a lot about people's personality. Oh, that's D. That's C D. I got a repeater there, so that needs to be E. Asterisk. It'll be F 999. Fuck, this equation is long as shit.
Yes. I was going to try and find a faster way to do it, but this is the easy way. I was going to do a math to try and make it equate everything.
1,
But
2, 3. I'm gonna copy that mini E. All right. So this singular cell. Now what should I do with this singular cell with this extremely long code in it and the word none?
Well, you can experiment to test and make sure that it works. Basically, the one that it depends on, you can change that value to see if it'll uh, bump up to the right ones when you put the values in there. I put none, but you can do like null or whatever. But I prefer none just in case coding decides to be silly. You know,
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. What?
Okay, okay. So let me just try that again. Okay. Yeah, if I enter the number in here, how many times I've done it, it'll tell me what my rank in that is.
yes.
Good.
So
So instead of having it extend out like that, it'll just tell you what it is right here.
yes.
Maybe done gone and fucking had a again make me feel dumb. Okay, so I guess I'll just I'll get rid of this right here.
The
Everything on this
stripey
side.
coder
Okay.
of doom.
And now the fun part is you can just take that little box and spread that equation down as far as you want. And you
Nice.
can, like, if you decide you need more room for that stuff, you can just cut and paste that entire section and it'll adjust itself to match.
Now I gotta figure out how to get rid of the fucking borders.
You basically take those, you highlight those cells and go to that border thing and just select no border.
Ah, there we go.
Yay.
The little yay is kind of adorable though. Hey, I'm gonna these cells. Not these cells, these cells. Stop, you slut, or I'll kill you. I'm gonna eat you, motherfucker.
He's going to apply gullible death.
Yes, there we go. Okay. No, it's just I was I was struggling so hard. I was just trying to basically have a little index so I myself can remember my own thing here. I was just trying to move everything over one so I could have the F back because I typed it on the F column and just sacrificed it. So this is the index of however much but I can like, like 256,000. God, that's math. It's fun to do though. Could have just been lazy and copied it and accepted that little part of it, but I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be stubborn and put it over here in the in cell range instead of the O cell range. Cause what are you laughing at, motherfucker? What? Shut the fuck up.
Not you. We got to send me a video.
All right, well, moving on. They're retarded.
What are you doing being distracted during the game?
Yeah, you little bitch ass.
You're only allowed to fall asleep.
How dare!
No, you're fucking not either.
Well,
All right, yeah, I get it.
I never agreed to this.
Shut up. Moving on.
Time to blunt a fox.
Okay. So, for
Children, daddy's angry.
Can't listen to Noro.
Daddy's
so
very angry right now.
for her task, what would Beatrice have earned?
I told you all this earlier. and this is on you for not writing it down.
Okay, so they were all worth the same thing?
No, no. You got the 76 iron. You got the 36 or 37 iron. Naibai got the 6 bronze, and Beatrice got 22 bronze.
Okay. Now
Not
I
Beatrice,
see.
excuse me, Bonnie. Bonnie was doing a job too. God damn it. Write these down next time, please.
So which one was mine then?
The seamstress.
Yes, I get that.
You're getting 37 iron. I'm gonna hurt somebody. Fuck up. I hear you snarking over there.
I'm not snarking. It's called snickering. There's a difference.
You're not allowed to snicker either.
I know.
Yeah, that's illegal.
No snickering with a hard R.
All right, and
It's a valid word.
I know it is. That's what's funny.
Shut up!
and so
What
how
is it,
much
Ivy?
experience, or do they just not get experience?
I got the math here. Oh, hold on. Where is it? I had a die with a multiplication. I had a whole equation for this.
Da, 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 da.
Listen here, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. When I'm making just don't. Just don't. When I'm making sound, you be silent.
What language is da 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 da?
It's
Japanese.
Da 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 da.
language is I'm the
Da da da
fucking
da da
DM.
da da da.
Yeah, it's right here on the page with the rule. I'm the DM. Shut the fuck up.
I
All
wish to learn this
Ivy?
language.
Ivy, you get 388 experience.
Okie doke.
Don't listen the fuck up.
I'm listening.
You get 180 experience.
Yay.
Everybody gets 172.
Ew.
Okay, and Bunny got 132. All right.
Yes.
Daddy's angry, Chuck. Daddy's very angry.
Why?
I have to do my job.
That little cats.
What?
What is it, Derry?
Little guest. Why?
Uh. Okay. Well, I'm going to go pay a certain someone a visit and demand an explanation as to why they have to torture me. Enjoy your you fucking shut your mouth. Enjoy your dinner. It
Being
is
tortured.
huh?
Don't worry
I
about it.
have to I'm being punished by them abusing their executive powers as a member of the staff. Force me to socialize with someone that they know damn good and well I don't want to socialize with.
Well, maybe they think it's time for you to grow past that and further progress down the path of maturity.
It's hard to progress in a parasitic relationship.
Well, maybe next time you wear some ice cleats.
And Beatrice is just simply looking on in confusion.
Don't worry, I won't tell them, despite it being immensely funny to me.
Shut your whore mouth, or I swear on my life, I will tell. I will.
Well, we'll,
Oh
we'll
no.
agree to disagree.
I'm not gonna stoop to that level. You know why? Because I have a spine.
I do
You're gonna
too. I
stoop.
technically have
Yeah.
twice the amount of spine you do.
Oh, sure you do. At least I don't have to get mine from a tail. Saying.
Well, it's still a spine and it still has nerves in it. So you know what?
You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's a derpy little apprehension. That's what that
Yeah.
is. It's a little
See,
it's a derpy little prehensile organ, and it's adorable. I'm gonna
hey,
pet
at
you.
least I don't need to use magic to compensate.
Ain't no compensating about me. I'm just adding flavor.
Knowing the context of that makes that even more nauseating.
Evil
Ugh,
demonic laughter as he walks away.
always does that. Yeah.
It's Korean inspired food, apparently.
Is he Korean by birth or something?
Oh no,
Or
what you're eating
are
there,
we on a
man?
different topic? I was about to say, if we were on a different conversational topic.
Nick will love it.
Of what?
What's you're being served?
What?
Bibimbap.
Fuck yeah!
Their equivalent of it. Suyoi
Their
sitting. Oh,
equivalent.
Suyoi sitting down. Jesus Christ! It's a bucket. It's not a bowl.
It's just a straight metal bucket.
Gentlemen,
See him do the
easy bucket.
thing that they always do. 8 fucking arms doing the prayer though. Get off. A big egg.
Beyond shit eating.
If we don't like this, then we have some of
Oh no,
fire meat.
I I thoroughly enjoy it. It's really good. It's better than what what's his name? He stops by every so often and Ma kicks his ass. Literally kicks him in the ass. Oh, Shadow, that's right. I guess. I don't know why he's called Shadow if he's pure white. Sounds a little edgy.
so,
Kevin
so
is now
Beatrice
trying to pull a
is
noodle out of
putting
his nose. Oh god!
What did Kevin do?
He snarked a little too hard at that. He is now trying to pry a noodle out of his nose.
So what is he eating? Is he eating the mixing rice or the fire meat?
Oh, probably. He's given a new food a try. He hasn't. He doesn't smell the rotten stench of garbage vegetables, so he's going to
So
give this
he
one a
would
try.
definitely like the fire meat then, because it's pretty much just grilled porks and some rice, stuff like that. But
Yeah,
it's got veggies, but they're fresh veggies.
he doesn't mind fresh veggies.
The
So
fire
it
meat
smells
is
like.
basically bulgogi.
Oh my god, fucking bulgogi! Good stuff.
Bulgogi's so fucking good. I'm hungry again. Damn it! I want some fuck.
This is apparently Suyoi's native language or native foods from his
Yes,
land.
he converses in clothing. Or in food, rather. Clothing. Fuck me.
Later.
Boy!
Dude.
Do it, say it.
so
You won't.
having heard the words fire meat, Beatrice was immensely interested.
It's very noteworthy, by the way. When Fionn comes up to get him some, he's given a different distinct bowl. than
Oh.
other adventurers. His has a much lighter color to it.
Hmm.
But when Beatrice comes up, because they have the chef serving these this time, and it's interesting to mention that only breakfast you basically put your own meal together, but dinner is a set meal. Two. Basically, you get usually 1 to 2 options depending on what they're serving, and they will hand you a fully put together meal right there
Hmm.
at the. I'd say little, but the damn thing's about 45 feet of fucking open window. Yeah. Um. But when Beatrice comes up, she gets a very dark red dish. I mean, even the rice kind of smells hot.
Smells spicy.
Oh yes, I like spicy.
And then you see what Suyui's swallowing back. And he's literally just got his head leaned back with what looks like 2 hands with chopsticks, just kind of working it as like
Shoveling
a.
in.
He's not
Shoveling in
shoveling it.
food.
It's like watching a fucking It's like watching an assembly line just.
It's like watching an anime where they do that, where they tilt their head back and just kind of like throw it in one after another.
He's putting his arms to use. That's what they're meant for, is the consumption of rice. That's his rice is almost black though.
Oh Lord.
Just just the smell of it though, and you immediately get watery eyes and a sweaty forehead.
Close my eyes, I wish for death. Ow, hand cramp.
Sorry, it'd be
Jagging
like
off.
that though. Fuck, I'm getting hungry though. Okay, everybody's eating food except probably Naibai, who might not like spicy food because Naibai is weird. Just Naibai is a very straightforward person.
They
Are
are.
you dying? No. Do you want to be? Preferably not.
Naibai is very. Are you feeling well or are you feeling good? Uh, good? Can you absolve this man of his sins? No? then you then you are lying to me. Well,
Die.
die. Dar.
You have lied to me. Pulls out of the scalpel. I will now examine your brain to see if you're a pathological liar.
Good news. I have come. I have this. I have. Your diagnosis is die. What?
I
Priest.
diagnose you with immediate lobotomy.
There seems to be a little bit too much pressure in your cranial region. I shall cure this with several apertures bored of goodly size through the bone of the skull.
I prefer if you did not.
See, the
It's funny
alternative you're
because
not considering is no.
her methodology it's not outdated. It's a few years behind the curve when it comes to medicine.
So as far as
It's
like actual like medically necessary surgeries, yeah, but as far as like immediate treatment is concerned, she did go into the military and she has traditional training, so she can patch you up with old and new stuff.
you will be fine.
She'll keep you put together until you get back to town, but she's not gonna stop you from dying. She's just gonna like fist your soul back into your body over and over.
It's like the Build-A-Bear workshops. Start with soul.
It's
You
worth
finally
noting-
pass and everything goes blurry and dark and you start to ascend and then you just feel this pressure in your chest and you get shoved back down.
Now back in you go.
May I have a passive perception roll from everyone currently sitting in the party, currently sitting together and eating?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
That looks like a
Well, nice
69.
So Beatrice got a 6 plus, what is her bonus? 20? Yes, 20.
Yes.
So 26. She is paying more attention to her food than anything else.
She is very food motivated.
Yes.
Fuck. Air.
Kevin got a 237.
Yeah.
So, oh, it takes bonuses.
Uh,
Right.
Wisdom.
120.
Wisdom, okay. So, 6, 7, 8, 9, 99.
So I
He's
guess
very perceptive for
Beatrice
having a spicy
basically
piece of rice in
tastes
his
first
suit.
in her food, and everyone else seems to be paying more attention.
Well,
Yeah.
you have a
The
spicy
piece,
piece of right in your snoot. You're looking for water. Or milk or something.
All right.
it has triggered the flight or
Beatrice
fight
isn't
response.
bothered by the heat, mostly because of her mother.
Probably from, well, yeah, from one mother, she has that heat.
More from Beatrice has a certain, not Beatrice. Gloria will have like she has an ability to eat hot stuff, but she doesn't have like Yon or Fuyu levels of resilience to hot foods, where Fuyu can sit there, look at you, and eat ghost peppers perfectly fine without sweating.
That's a fat load of horse shit. Fuck you.
No, it doesn't burn him because he's a fucking ice Kitsune.
Yeah. Yon basically probably, if I know her well, would share all of her cooking knowledge from Korea and any that she might have picked up in Japan and all that in her travels. So she would have shared everything she knew with everyone.
Fantasy Korea
Okay.
and Fantasy Japan.
Yes.
Yep.
Where they have ingredients such as
Do you
flying
panda,
pig's
panda?
feet and ogre's eyes.
Japan here is Balcamora, I think is what they call it. Anyways,
How you say?
Balcamora.
Mm-hmm.
Worry about it. You'll go there maybe. I don't know. You would not. You could just die. Anyways. So everybody that's not Beatrice, basically, who's paying attention, notices. Pretty sure Kevin's the first to notice. Don't know if he'd say anything. Bonnie currently has a necklace around their neck that seems to have human teeth on it.
He will kind of stop for a moment and just kind of like, huh. Oh, right. Sinus pain.
Bonnie, got a question for you.
What's your question, friend?
Where did you get that necklace?
Rule number 1. They just continue to eat after saying rule number 1.
Leon's gonna kind of look. What?
Oh, I know where she got it from. Nunya.
Suyoi leans over. Rule number 1. So apparently
She's
even
gonna kind of.
Suyoi knows where they got it from, but he won't say anything either.
See,
Leon's
I
gonna kind of
think I know, but Beatrice would not probably
I know,
know.
but yeah, I know, but Fion doesn't know.
Bonnie did not know, but Bonnie has learned, and Bonnie likes.
Naibai doesn't know either, but has spent time around belligerent hooligans and has learned of this mystical place known only as Nunya.
And Fion will just go back to eating. Shower after I eat.
Good. Okay.
I suppose after Naibai's done eating, she's gonna go make sure the silkworms are, still there and have been fed.
You get put on probation, by the way. You guys aren't allowed to leave the city for the next 6 days, 5 days when you counting tomorrow, So interesting.
Why?
Just because they're investigating things, and in case they need any of you questioning or something like that, they can't have you running away.
Yeah,
Oh,
they need us
because of the
in case they have questions.
the murder scene. That's fair.
You can do jobs within the city limits, and if you go outside, you can technically leave if you are accompanied by an adventurer, and it's only if you're basically within 1,000 yards of the front gate. Right within getting shot by a giant arrow distance. Okay, you've cleaned yourselves, checked on the silkworms. They're doing good. They've made a little tiny bundle. A tiny bundle of
Oh,
thread.
good. They're starting to molt. Or, no, what is it? Metamorphize. Turning into moths.
Pupate.
Ah, yes, muffins.
Moths. Going through an entire physiological change in structure and anatomy just to fuck.
Dedication for the bit.
You have enough that you could probably make an entire really tiny bow tie for like a little gator or something.
Well, it's a good thing she's going to spin it into fishing line then. Because it is, like, literally one continuous strand. And if she's got two bundles, she could make a two-thread fishing line.
Also, yes,
There you
please
go.
ignore the continual door slamming.
I haven't
It's
heard
okay.
any.
I've only heard snorting.
Oh,
Tomorrow will roll around after everybody had some of their Vulcamorin meals. That's basically what Japan. It's Valentinora is basically if Japan and Korea were landlocked and in a bloody war all the time with each other.
Mm.
Yeah. We have Alisla, which is basically China, and it's stuck over yonder. Apparently,
I will
something
return in just a moment.
Gonna make it?
Yay!
We might have our first death on stream here.
It'll be fine. I don't know
got the
what
coof
burns their
again.
ass so damn bad. They're probably straight no pee.
So, I haven't heard anybody refer to it this way, but I heard it on NPR, so it must be getting around. He has the Kung Flu.
I've
I've
heard
heard
it
it called
refer to
that
that
before.
since day one.
That's so non-specific, though.
Okay, grab himself.
Like, any sickness you get from the easterly direction could be Kung Flu.
Exactly.
How is it that Florida, the most southerly state, if you include the Keys, has less racist terminology than, like, the next state up?
Hey, you leave Georgia out of this.
I wasn't talking about Georgia. Tennessee's there too. Mississippi. Texas.
Hey, fuck you. We're off to your goddamn best.
Okay. So, yes, morning comes around.
Morning happens. Yes.
Did Beatrice have another visitor?
Don't know. Let's see if Beatrice had an accidental visitor.
Oh. Since Naibai knows that they're not going out to do anything, she is going to do her spirit dancing. Just, as tradition. So she's going to wake up exhausted.
Good for you. I've now become the exhausted. It's a little bit different. Basically, look at it as when you're exhausted, all your resource generation is 50% effective. That's something you can deal with the math on your own. Somebody is very pissed off in the next room. Thank God noise suppression is on. I don't know what's going on in there, and I kind of want to go in there just to get a Mike's Hard Lemonade and see, but I know I won't be able to come back for like 20 minutes. Okay. So,
So, like, what kind of spirits are in this town, since this would probably be the first time she's performed this year?
let's see. Got this juice out of
The rat
number
eating Tyrion.
46. There's a lot of spirits here. There's actually probably more spirits in this one town than you ever seen, and not just people who've died peacefully. You do it if you read a history book, you'd know, but you actually have to experience firsthand during your dance. Uh, the memories of some of the spirits who died in the civil war that the empire had, and this place was no exception to the civil war. And 46 spirit seems to be the one that wants to talk to you. This is interested. And they seem to be some sort of, well, you're not sure what they are, but they're definitely a nobleman of some kind. Nobleman? Question mark. Given how they dress, you're not sure.
I'll allow it. Sorry, I went DM mode for.
Your nose. Why are you so?
Hello, I'm new to this area.
Well, welcome. We have purgatory that way, and suspension that way. For yourself, for all eternity, trapped within pain.
And what of you? Side.
Get stuck here mostly because I refuse to leave. Been here for about 1,000 years. Oh no, not that much. That's somebody else. It was only 189 years.
Keeping track of time. What might be you to this? Can you remember?
Oh shit. Wordle. I'm here because I'm bored. I'm bored and I'm defiant. Balance. That's not what I sit here defiantly long. Something interesting bound to happen. It's not like I have to worry. Dead.
That's a fair perspective. Interesting things happen all the time in the mortal. Can you see it?
Only when somebody's really drunk and passes out. It's easy to get in there hampered with like that. So I can't do it a lot. I have to give them. If I don't give them good, creepy things will come out of the darkness. And
Oh yes, them. I don't have anything I'm doing tomorrow.
when is tomorrow?
And she'll look down at the the arm that is now there on her left side that normally isn't. About 3 hectares.
Okay. But what does that have to do with?
Well, I'm particularly sensitive to activity. I could allow you to borrow my physical.
But then I'd have to do work.
Well, you could also simply observe.
If it's interesting, I'll give you a can't bake. And can't give you money because I where treasure is. No, that's illegal. Church's property now. Damn it! Why does everyone have to be alive and living on without me happily? They should mourn my death for eternity. My own family doesn't even. Oh, tell you what. Take me to see my family.
Would you be able to instruction on how to find them and names, perhaps?
Quite simple. Go to the capital. Ilva Crystallia, capital of Ilva Romana. Here. Go into the city, find the royal palace, and go find the empress. That's my great 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 granddaughter.
And how am I to secure passage to this location? Not exactly a scent myself.
Oh, go to where my house used to be here, the countryside. You hit my belongings. Find my family crest. It's usually on um, it's on an amulet, a ring, slave collars, wagons, heraldry, rugs, plates, bowls, windows, door frames, guard, armor, swords. If it's an item, it has it.
I like how you just said guard, like it's branded onto them.
I mean, you don't know this.
Very well. If I have any we're done the
Only at night. I have to hide in the because there's someone at that big building over there in the distance. They're very strong spirits, and they want to exorcise me. And I don't want that to happen.
is a valid. I shall move at
Very
night then.
I mean, take your time. I'll just sit in your brain and hide and look at things. Move at your own pace. I have infinite time. Not like anyone's going to dethrone the royal family. Well, then again, there was the Civil War, and actually, how the previous royal family got dethroned. Can't happen twice, right? I mean, who usurped the throne 2 times in a row?
The Romans.
The who?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of the Romanians.
They'll just pat your head. Just go to sleep. And then that's when they kind of disappear. Now you get the experience waking up with a spiritual hangover.
That's pretty typical. But doing a spirit dance is a pretty physically intensive thing. I'm sure Naibai would have gotten noise complaints from all the stomping and the smell of just incense everywhere. But, like,
They make those walls relatively soundproof for a reason.
okay, good.
There's people like Noro that like to accidentally anal people.
Well, in that case, there's probably just, like, a circle of footprints in the middle of their room, just where they've been stomping the dirt off of their fucking calloused up feet.
Bunny pobs.
Bunny pops, because they don't wear shoes and they have like 3 inches of callus. Okay, so yeah, that's what happened that night. And I guess on the next night she's gonna go down to that countryside manor. Other people can do stuff though.
Well, about what time is it right now?
You're waking up crisp hour of 7 hours.
Hmm.
Also, you're waking up to the sound of, you know, laughing and then yelling.
Hearing the
And
laughing and all, Fionn will kind of get up, stretch. He's gonna get dressed and head off the second floor to see if any of the small shops are open for little amenities.
Several of them are actively in the process of.
Okay, well, he's gonna wait a few minutes so that they're fully open, and he's gonna go down to the job board, have a gander, see if that blacksmith. There's another blacksmithing job like the last one he got.
There's still the job to help try and meet the quota of nails.
Okay, who is attending the little board today?
Oh, oh, that feels good, Alina. Bundle. You currently have what looks like a fairly tall somebody? Half ogre. They are. They're quite tall and they're currently bending over some sort of enormous stack of papers, trying to pop out their back.
Good morning.
Arr! Hello.
I didn't mean to frighten you.
Okay, how you doing?
You good? How about yourself?
Can sleep well. My back's all tired up. What do you want?
I'm looking to get that blacksmithing job right there, if so kind.
Which wristband? Or not wristband, necklace thingy.
Oh, and he's gonna get his necklace.
Okay, so just nails.
Uh,
Hmm?
I
Gonna say
thank you.
something? Okay. It was just kind of just so rude, just the yoinking and the moving on. It's just they're slightly confused because most rookies, Then again, they know what they want.
No, he said thank you.
Kind of just move on.
He's gonna go and Fiona really doesn't need a whole lot of breakfast. She's gonna go and get the simple meal or that they had in the morning.
Still Asian. Hey,
Imagine some just like
it
some kimbap.
there is today. It is grilled short rib breakfast galbi with the option of a possible spicy stewed fish soup of some kind.
Mmm, champong.
Half of these words sound made up.
I'm serious. Champong. No,
That's because all
champong
words
is
are made up.
Okay, quit with that horse shit, god damn it.
Champong is a spicy seafood soup in Korea
Alright.
Why is it Asianese sounds so strange?
because it's Asianese.
Because it's based on concepts instead of letters.
It sounds inefficient.
Technically more efficient than naming it after an object in it.
Eh.
Anyways.
I mean,
Korean mostly names
English is so broken, you can write an entire sentence with only half of the letters for a word present, and you could still understand it.
Yeah.
That's a lot
That sounds like
better,
efficiency to me.
though. That is more efficient, honestly. Anyways,
It's not
that's your
German.
options. Is some sort of stew or some sort of short ribs. Here's your breakfast. Everybody gets their breakfast. Is anybody else going to pick up jobs, or is it going to be this?
Disregard prayer.
Eh?
I was gonna let him do his first, and then Beatrice would do the same. She'd come down, see if there are any potential jobs that she might be interested in, or feel that.
Job. What's like carpentry. Sorting job for the guild. They need somebody to help sort personal letters because one of the staff members is currently sick.
Well, I think. Let's see now.
Oh, and then the fourth job is fetching the morning coffee.
Bring back the morning donut run.
Okay, so it looks like the Queen has decided she is going for the seamstress job.
Good for you. What is Snipe gonna get as a job this morning?
Naibai is not gonna get a job. They're exhausted from an entire night of stomp dancing, so they're going to relax and hang around the guild and socialize.
So they're probably gonna eat some breakfast, and if they're looking to relax, as one of the veterans might tell them, "Oh, you're very sore. Always follow us to the baths."
Yeah, I think she'd like that.
Naibai is the first one to follow them to the baths, and there's three options.
Sorry
There's
about that.
baths for men, baths for women, and then there's the community bath. It's much larger in size.
Oh, well, I mean, it's bigger, so obviously it's better.
Most adventurers do choose the community bath because they really don't care what gender or sex somebody is. They just want to fucking bathe, and they fight things that are trying to kill them. They stand back to back covered in something's blood with these people. Oh god, oh no, they're naked.
Oh no, that it's a Pusui or a Fajun.
Fucking Fujiri.
I cast
Fujigi ball!
Fujiri!
The magical Fujigi ball! I'll be back. I actually need to get a drink and food
Okay.
because I'm in pain.
Okay.
Yes, go get the thing.
Kevin, you are out back. You'll be catching Slytherin. And
Oh yeah, he's waiting for her in a tree.
I'll explain to you why that's a bad idea.
Well, he's not gonna just jump down next to her. That equals death.
Surprise!
Exactly.
Surprise!
A large boulder the size of a large boulder is.
A large boulder the size of a smaller boulder. Wait, what?
I love how they've just leaned into the joke now. Like, it was clearly a typo at first, but now it's just like, yeah, this is just how we're gonna do our reports now.
Oh, my personal favorite. An adult deer can weigh as much as 370 hamburgers. A pothole the size of 2 washing machines.
A titty the weight of 48 pancakes.
That's a big titty.
That's a big titty.
Oh, top of my head itches. What the fuck? And we're good. The fuck?
She's watching Shadow's video over and over.
Is that a dog? Sounds like a
It's a
husky.
husky.
Yeah, sounds like a husky.
Siberian husky.
A small house the size of a large boulder is blocking the walkway after a rock slide in where is it? Colorado.
Small boulder the size of a large boulder. Wait, this is just getting worse. It's corrupt. This whole thing is corrupted. Ah, no. Turns out it's just an AI that does the news over there, and it just had like a fucking.
Yes, I saw this doggy video before, and I also forwarded a cat video with it. It was basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, scaffolding. I won't break my knees if I fall into that. Oh god. Nope, we're good.
A boulder the size of a mountain. Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Where did the mountain go, DM? Where did it go? I remember Texans describing a possible UFO sighting as there's an object the size of a Walmart. Oh no.
Our DM die?
I went AFK to get food and a drink.
Yeah, he's going to see what's going on outside.
Okay. Here you go, Dirg.
Ah!
What?
Got scanned by a robot.
Russia says new combat suit will survive 50 caliber bullets.
Doubt. Big doubt.
Have you actually tested that? No. Would you like to?
Hey, there's a little hole in the wall town called Mountain Home. I will gladly try that for you. Fucking just the guy goes out there, big old. I can just picture it like the stereotypical, just like Spetsnaz guy in the suit. All right, you're gonna feel a little pinch. Shoots directly in the forehead, just concusses him into next month. So how? So what did we learn?
Did you see the suit?
Have not.
Look at what I sent to shit posting.
Back.
Welcome back.
Alright,
Like,
I'll tell you.
the
Oh
suit-
yeah, 50 boom good zip right through that. Fuck off, Russia.
The suit may survive, the person inside, not so much.
There's a strange thing that physical, or what is it, blunt trauma can do. It's called liquefaction.
There's this thing called whiplash.
Dude, just imagine that. He decides, I'm gonna use this suit's 50 caliber resistance and run at that M2 emplacement. He gets literally juggled back to the friendly lines.
It just,
What did we learn?
I can totally see it.
Hell of a thing.
They start running towards the emplacement, and they're just like, left shoulder, right leg's missing, a bullet to the left leg, tripping them, then they get a shot to the right shoulder, pushing them back up onto their feet, and then right to the middle of the chest, just back. Go back to where you came from.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, let's not forget, they do make, what do they have? They make Sabo ammo for 50 BMG. Just because you can stop the impact of a 50 doesn't mean you can survive the armor-piercing fuckfest that is a 3,500 foot per second 30 caliber tungsten rod.
Just because it stops the bullet doesn't mean it stops the explosion.
Oh yeah, let's not forget about Mark 211s.
What is it? Don't tracer rounds like literally bore holes because they get so hot?
Yes.
You're thinking of API.
That's
Tracer
it.
rounds are basically a launchable road flare.
Yeah, it's phosphor, I think, burning.
Yeah, so
It's red phosphorus.
Yeah, it's phosphorus.
But like an API, it does this thing. It goes impact, push through, ass end of it catches on fire and explodes, and then the fact that it's going through something sucks that fire into the hole,
Yeah.
and sometimes it detonates inside the thing. So
Isn't there also like
Yeah.
an anti-tank round of some sort where it bores through the shell and then vacuums out all the air?
I don't think so.
Think so.
I'm seeing that somewhere.
The RPG-21 uses a thermobaric explosive shaped charge. The act of the thermobaric detonation actually creates a temporary vacuum.
So it's less the explosion that does damage, which it does do damage. Do not mistake that for any second. But
Mhm.
it then causes the atmosphere to go, hey, wait a minute, I need to be there, and rush there at literally the speed of sound.
No,
So it just kind of goes,
it,
skaboom.
it would actually move faster than the speed of sound. Sound is just the speed of a vibration moving. Move at the speed of fuck.
Yeah, it's a bad time, just in general.
Okay, so I'm back. I've got food.
Oh,
Welcome
I'm
back.
back.
Hey.
All right, you're waiting in a tree.
He's just kind of hanging out. He's enjoying he's trying to get to the sun because it's kind of cold this morning. Well, in the
Move
mornings.
closer to the sun. Gets colder. Why isn't this working?
Possibly because Slytherin is taking their walk, and you can see little, little ice crystals underneath the heels of their pretty heels that they have as they walk along.
is she giving herself high heels with ice?
Nope, it's just that's something she's doing right now. Part of her things. She's channeling magic.
She's trying to root out the snake.
Now, it's partially due to that she's stirring her excessively hot tea with a spoon made of solid ice.
Well, he'll kind of drop down a ways away and wander over. Good morning.
They're staring at
morning.
you. You're not there.
Oh no.
No, you're up
No?
going to you're not in
Oh
the
yeah.
backside, all the way over
yeah.
there, following the path where
Okay.
they're walking.
Motherfucker!
I just knew. I just know Fiona went to go get some food after getting his quest thingy.
Yeah, well, she's not taking a stroll while freezing things in the. I mean, she might. The
She
cafeteria.
might.
It's her
She's an
up.
elf. Elves don't care what you think.
They don't.
Fucking snitty
Elves only care
bastards.
what elves think.
They don't even care what they think.
They're very silent. They're staring at you, Kevin, and just sipping from their tea.
You kind of just slowly back up and kind of wander off. Ah,
You remember
you remembered too late.
your attempts to flee are stopped by ice. A hand of ice grabbing onto the tip of your tail.
Hot. Wait.
I
No.
bet you that's cold.
Ah. I forgot details while I was asleep.
They'll take the slow time to walk all the way around in front of you, stand underneath the tree that you were in, and make themselves a little table complete with umbrella and two chairs, completely out of ice, and sit down.
Ah.
And then the hand will kind of melt into warm water.
And this is why Neuro recommended you. He will wander over and kind of double up and lay down his a little scarf that he carries with him on the ice chair and sit down.
Commence the freezing.
We'll take it with dignity, though it is painful.
Yeah, I'll let you know. Every 10 minutes, it's going to take 1% of your HP away from you.
Fuck.
Oof.
Well,
Commence twitchy eye.
what did you want to know about magic?
I guess that kind of falls under the answer of yes. I know next to nothing of it, other than kind of a general idea of what it is.
You. What do you think magic is?
Well, from I'm like from where I came from, I kind of remember it being this natural energy thing that people with good enough connections to it could manipulate and use to their advantage, but I don't know if that's any different here. If things change, if it's the same. Um, I was just going to stick with that definition because it seems to be fairly the same.
Another painstakingly long sip of tea. You said you were interested in physics, correct?
More of the less theoretical kind of magic stuff.
That's why you're already wrong.
That's
Magic
why I'm here to learn.
isn't the issue that's faced as sciences of the natural, non mystical nature have developed in the world. People have learned science and magic will never inherently go without the other because they are both fundamental forces. At least our world. I've heard rumors, of course. I don't know about other places, but here, magic is so strong because, in the same way that when you walk outside and the sun makes you feel warm, because I believe ultraviolet radiation or something along those lines, ravings of madness, causes the radiance of EM and such on your skin and so on. Magic does the same thing. Something's hot from magic or cold from does to achieve the same effect. However, magic is a direct control of the other forces rather than an indirect control through mediums.
Yeah. And he'll kind of scribble some of these down, kind of Cliff Notes style. So, one, kind of sounds like like you're saying that they're two sides of the same coin. As much as I hate being cliche with that description.
That description.
Fair.
You can make a fire with friction. You can make a fire magic. But only a few people can make a fire with magic. Everyone can make a fire with friction.
So, would you call magic more of a science of understanding?
Magic is the definition of a science of understanding. Magic can't be achieved by people who can't comprehend it, by people who try to look at it face value, try to argue with it, and demand it explain itself rather than learn what it is. That's why so many schools of thought specifically crop up every other weeks or so around the concept of trying to disprove magic and why magic is invalid. But here we are, 15 ish, so it's 15 colleges of academic science in this country alone, 116 colleges of magic, in over 8,000 years of recorded history, we still haven't gotten rid of it.
What, people
It's
are trying to disprove something that's clearly in front of them? That
they're
that
trying
doesn't
to
seem smart.
disprove that it can't be. It's more of a very tricky question, I suppose.
They're just
It's not a
upset that it
disproving it.
happens.
It's more of a refusal to accept it, demanding it they demand it make itself clear.
It's like
And that's
flat
why
earthers, except who actually have evidence to work.
it's one of those scientists, men of knowledge, they like to learn about the impossible and prove the impossible. But magic can do the impossible, and they can't figure out how. Most, at least, don't figure out how it does it because they refuse to accept. It's an argument of acceptance rather than anything else. And
Hmm.
magic is the science of accepting what it does and understanding why it does it, and subsequently how it does it. The main thing that many new magicians fail to understand is magic is not a science you control. It is a science that you allow to control you in some form or another because you willingly take on all of the problems that come with it. Magic hurts more than people think. People often say that magicians don't have problems, that a mage doesn't deal with issues, especially a combat mage. Of course, every time I cast a spell, it doesn't bother me because I've been doing it for 40 years or so. But a new magician is often a scared magician because, how do I explain? Magic puts a strain on your body because you're allowing it to. Because of that, you're letting something that is inherently existent in the realm of energy to inhabit your material body. So it damages you. The more you use, the more it hurts. The
Hmm.
stronger the spells, the greater the damage. That's why you are taught through trainings and classes how to use more powerful spells from stronger adventurers who have done it or other me. And that's why there are only so many mage lords who can use magics that we consider world altering in their power.
Hmm.
Because they've spent their entire life basically sharing their body with magic. Things Are you familiar with the pain of tearing a physical muscle in your arm?
Hmm. That's happened once or twice.
Magic can do that to you as it runs through your nerves. If you overload it, say you're casting a simple single armed spell, I long story short, as you're opening the mana to flow through that arm, it can tear your nerves themselves directly rather than the entire muscle themselves,
Hmm.
and that will have to heal. You can even have hemorrhages, aneurysms, heart failure, organ failure, all brought out by excessive and over extensive magic use before prepared.
It kind of sounds like the body doesn't want to allow it to go through. It resists the. Is there a way to make the body less resistant to magic flow?
Training is all you can do.
Hmm.
That is the thing with magic. Because of its ease, that is the compromise mages face. For the ease of the ability to do what it does, they take on the burden of accepting the pains that come from utilizing it. It's easy in achieving its goal, but doing it to actually use a spell or an incantation, you have to be willing to take on that burden. It's sort of like a universal exchange. It takes a little bit of you and gives you a little bit of it.
Nothing is for free. That makes sense.
Of course, it doesn't, that's why you might hear it refer to, they call it magical withering. It is a very terrifying thing that mages who step over the line can have. It's fatal. They channel magic too intensely, and it can happen instantly or over the course of days, but it'll slowly channel itself in them once they overload their senses, and it'll erode their physical matter and convert it into straight torrential energy, turning it to the natural ley lines of the world because they took too much before they were ready, and the world needed to take something back.
So it's a balance thing, too.
Being a
Hmm.
mage is a job on its own. It can grant you extreme power, as you can see. By the way, you've now lost about 10% of your health.
Oh, yeah, no. He's going to have a motherfucker of a cramp when he stands up.
But it can make you very powerful. Now, the question is, do you understand magic a little more now?
It's certainly more involved than what I was told when I was before I came here. But I suppose when you're when you have the ability and access to something so powerful, it makes sense that there'd be a balancing factor to it.
With great power comes great responsibility. Apparently was ignored enough that the universe itself decided to put a limit. That way, those that don't take it responsibly are punished indefinitely.
So, if that's the case, so hmm, I've never seen any incredibly powerful spells cast. I've seen some pretty impressive ones. Don't get me wrong; it's always nice to have a mage on or a combat mage on a mission with you. But someone like oh Vesuvius, yeah, I never see him do anything. I would imagine that's because he's incredibly well. I know he's incredibly powerful, but
Vesuvius's magic is a magic type. Throughout the history of the guild, we have only recorded 23 of them. 4,000 years of continuous service to the realm.
damn, I mean,
Vesuvius is prohibited from utilizing his magic within 100,000 feet of the city if it's not rank 0, because his
ah,
magic is different. It's an
is it?
exponential scale of power. It's
Well, how doesn't he
logarithmic
die? Because I mean, you're talking
because
about the withering. I mean,
Vesuvius gave enough, say.
mm,
Someone like him can't do magic anymore in the same way you can. He's locked to his magic because it's so dangerous. It's powerful magic, mind you. And you can use obscenely powerful magic You can use magic that could wipe out an entire city without having to be on his level. But at the level Vesuvius is, he's not allowed to use it in certain cases within confines of city or near the city. There's a reason that when he goes on jobs, he chooses ones that take months to return from because he needs to de-stress and nobody be harmed. Mind you, remember, magical withering will happen if you're not prepared for best described godlike magic. Give it enough training and time, and you could probably do it too.
That's what I've been led to believe, like from just kind of listening to people. But hmm. So in that case, if I wanted to specialize in something, maybe not, maybe not lock myself into what I can imagine is only a extreme specialization in Vesuvius's case, because I mean, good God. Um, sorry, I'm currently dealing with my punishment for forgetting not to talk to you before your tea. Um, I guess the question would be who can I talk to aside from yourself about um I'm sorry, my brain has actually fallen out of my skull. I'm
A lot to take in for small brain.
I'm trying to make sure I word it properly too.
Are you asking for tutors?
Yes. Thank you. Yes.
Come back tomorrow at a different time. I'll have you a list. Have you a list of every simple platinum level. By the way, your application, um,
Hmm.
it's approved. They should be ready to do it soon. Chandra, he'll do it with you though. He wants to make sure you can survive a hit from a strong enemy. Cover first, obviously.
Oh boy.
Noros currently being punished because Dahl's doing his examination. But you have succeeded. Of course, you do know that you'll have more responsibility, and you may not be able to be a tutor to those children, correct? You'll achieve elite status. You'll be within the top 3 ranks of the guild.
That is true. I wouldn't be a direct tutor anymore. Or is that a definite or a potential?
Potential, but it does come with being, on the 4th floor, right beneath the guild master. Your own room, and a seat on the council of the elites.
No, I suppose I've got some time to think about it.
Let Yanja know she's going to be here for about 2 days before she goes to kitchen. Now, if you'll excuse me, finish my tea, get that list, and give you time to regain the skin on your back.
I do appreciate it. He will stand, I am going to assume, with that sound.
Try to stand, and they'll courteously let the chair dissolve on you.
He'll stand and try to attempt to graciously excuse himself.
Hi there.
And, oh, he can't shiver. That's the worst part. The cramps will be setting in. He's heading straight to the fucking bathhouse.
Bathhouse.
There's a lot of actually, got a few of the titaniums just sitting in there, actively drinking beers or what you can assume is a beer of some kind. It's in a bottle. Stinks of alcohol.
He's going to slip himself down into the water and essentially just scream into the water itself, because face down, all the bubbles. Because fuck, have you ever put a cold limb in hot water?
No.
It hurts. It hurts in a. Yeah, it just hurts.
Oh, one of the elites will slide a bottle over beside Kevin as he's screaming and then float his way back towards the center before bumping off of Suyui. Perfectly timed, like some sort of fucking hidden ball corner. Just dink! And back into another corner of the bath. Because people are currently trying to play tug of war against Suyui in the center. Once again, they're losing into those 8 arms.
It's just not fair. Well, he will come up for air and just kind of hold the beer up. Thank you.
It's
Thank
a
you.
beer. Technically, it's a hard cider of some kind.
Cider.
It's a hard. Best I can describe it is cranberry cider.
That actually sounds really
Rather
good.
tasty.
But yeah, he'll kind of just begin consuming the beverage. Just.
8% alcohol by volume. It's good shit.
Oh.
You got Naibai there just bathing because they're tired. All right.
He'll actually notice. He's not dense noodle at this point. Kind of wave over. Well, you know what? He's like, that's fair. Kind of
Sorry.
sink back into the water a bit.
No, I was laughing because I'm sitting here and I like flip my little coin here. When you said hey at Naibai and Suyoi, as he is, hi, and then you just hear because somebody's hanging off of his wrist.
Good grief.
Are you okay? Is it cold in here? Shut up.
No, I forgot very simple instructions and was made to remember them for next time. Our head administrator is.
Oh,
Very
the head
persuasive.
admin. Technically, she ranks at platinum. She doesn't do much adventuring though.
Oh, that's probably good for anything that she would have to deal with then, because I pity anyone that comes up against her skills. Just frozen to the core snake sounds.
All right. Let's see how many more nails that Kevin. Mix. I'll tell you. 88 more nails. All right. Shadow.
Yes.
Yon made 88 more nails.
Okay.
There's your points for smithing. Okay.
Cheat here.
That's uncanny. You got another 76 iron for today's job.
Oh, another 76?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Maybe that's gonna be the hourly wage. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's what he decided to pay. Like daily wage. I don't
Beatrice,
know.
this seamstress job is different.
Eh,
It's actually at a little tailor shop, and he's having you help him make fresh linens for the guards as a thank you. You help him make 53 linen tops and only 8 linen pants. Really interested in the tops.
Okay, so let's see.
So that's 61 more seamstress points or sewing points, I guess. How much are they gonna pay you? 96 iron, huh?
Let me do a little bit of math here.
I'll
Um,
You said 96 iron?
Yep.
And
you
then
do a
everything.
num.
Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah.
And Bunny. Way more. Okay. So I'm just doing some math here. Don't mind me. Nine. Apparently, whoever put in this, whoever distributed this request points, Fionn, you got 936 experience. Or
Goodness.
936.
Hmm, I accidentally rolled that die. That die right there was supposed to be rolled. And seems
237.
that you got 1,000 for yours, Beatrice.
You got mail.
That is a nice round number. Easy to add to other things.
Hold on. Math, don't be like so and then ask a question, please. I'm
Hmm?
doing math and I need to. Okay, 3260. Eight. Okay. Okay. Jobs for the day. People have done their jobs for the day.
Yay.
Everybody might
Yes.
get back in time to go to the baths. At least if you're looking for your friends, you'll be coordinated to the baths by people.
But what time is it when they return?
It's about 3 o'clock for Fionn, and it's about 5 o'clock for Beatrice.
Okay. Leon is going to go second floor to the amenity store so he can buy him a hairbrush.
Ooh, that is a
All right.
good idea.
You want one that just functions like a good old hairbrush? Or are you going to be tricked by one of the halflings in there and buy one of the fancier ones?
And accidentally buy a mimic hairbrush. And it's not even evil. It just braids your hair with one simple pull. Your hair comes out braided. It's like, wait a minute.
It's like, wait. Fion's just gonna go with a simple hairbrush.
It's going to cost you 20 iron.
Okay.
Oh, right. Dark. Dark.
Did he fall asleep?
Dark. You're not allowed to fall asleep.
Dark.
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 Foxo.
Gabo.
You're not allowed to snore.
He's not snoring, that's the thing.
That's the
Okay, no,
concern.
hold on. I got this. Dark. Wake up.
The Cambrian explosion.
You're not. It's the Cambrian explosion.
Sounds
Okay then.
very.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
God damn it.
And with that, it's
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
All right, Dark. Something I was going to tell you, just, yeah, go ahead and end the recording here, though.
Oh, okay.
So, I can't believe that.